Another top story here at 5. A New York man has been extradited back to Michigan and formally charged with sexually assaulting 2 boys during his time as a scoutmaster.
Mark Chapman was arraigned on 2 counts of criminal sexual conduct at 39th District Court in Roseville. Priya Mann following that story tonight. Priya, what did the judge decide here on bond?
Well, Devin, the judge denied bond on that charge of first-degree criminal sexual conduct, but granted a $300,000 cash surety on the other charges. Now, prosecutors say the alleged sexual abuse happened at a church in Roseville, the defendant's home, and the home of one of the alleged victims.
Calling the matters of people of the state of Michigan versus Mark Chapman.
From a prison cell on the East Coast to the Macomb County Jail, this former Boy Scouts leader is facing 10 new sexual abuse charges.
Mr. Chapman has spent the better last decade in prison in New York for sexual assault on a child. That child is one of the same victims of the 2 charged victims in the cases pending before this court.
That victim is a family member who alleges the abuse started in Metro Detroit when he was just 11. The second victim called the AG's Boy Scouts sex abuse tip line. After learning new victims had come forward, prosecutors say Chapman started making calls from prison.
Mr. Chapman reached out immediately to his wife, June Chapman, asking him to contact the victim in this case. Maybe a day or 2 later, that victim got a Facebook friend request from June Chapman.
The 51-year-old was once a trusted scoutmaster. Years later, his fall from grace continues. Chapman's scout troop sometimes met here at the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in Roseville, where he worked as a janitor.
He has been through a lot in his life, Your Honor. There's been lots of ups and downs.
Prosecutors say the victims were threatened with violence if they ever spoke out.
These are years ago, but that doesn't take away from the dangerousness, nor does it take away from the trauma to these 2 victims.
Now, this case is part of a much broader investigation. The AG's office is looking into thousands of claims of abuse from the Boy Scouts of America's national organization. So far, they've looked at about 500 of those claims. Several dozen have since been sent to MSP for further investigation. Chapman will be back in court next month. Reporting live, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
So could there be more charges coming, Priya?
You know, Devin, we learned a 3rd victim has since come forward. Police are interviewing him. If prosecutors decide to bring more charges, of course, we'll bring that to you with the very latest. Send it back to you.
All right, Priya.